Chapter 11 Accommodations. In the aftermath of the Battle for Liège, Renoir sat on his porch as the chastened Belgian puppies went streaming past, running west with their tails between their legs. Léonie and the other girls watched the sad procession along with him. The same young men who, only days prior, had roared through town, ready to kill Germans and bravely protect Léonie and all the other Belgian women and children from the Huns' barbarism, were now running home to their mothers. Blood was the best teacher. "They certainly lost some shine," said Léonie. Renoir laughed and lit his pipe. "You are not incorrect. I swear that the captain who just ran by is the same one who fucked me from behind 5 days ago and told me he would do the same to the first German that crossed the border. It may well have occurred, but by the look of him, he was on the receiving end, not the giving." Renoir laughed again. "Well, shit. He also asked me to marry him once this was all over. I suppose the nuptials will have to wait a bit," she said. "Wry." The other girls laughed. Some of the fleeing Belgian fighters glared up at the sound, ashamed. One called out, "Shut your fucking mouths, whores!" This only made the girls laugh louder. Léonie leaned over the railing. "Congratulations, you have lost your spine, but you found your piety, eh, boy?" The boy did not stay to argue the point. An hour passed before the Germans began tramping in. By then, Renoir was alone on the porch. Léonie and the girls were all inside by then, watching the invaders through the windows. Léonie saw a tall, strong, handsome German lieutenant approach the porch. "Sir, do you speak German?" Sebastian Strothmann asked Renoir. "Enough to get by?" "Welcome to Liège," replied Renoir. Sebastian smiled. "Thank you. I'm Lieutenant Strothmann. We will be occupying this sector." "You do not seem alarmed." Renoir took a taste of cognac and smiled. "The tobacco and cognac help. Besides," he held up the propaganda leaflet that had dropped from the biplane. "This fell from the heavens, so I have it from the highest authority that all will be well." Sebastian smiled. "May I offer you a cognac or a schnapps if you prefer? We can toast your success and discuss my terms of surrender," Renoir said with a grin. Sebastian was impressed. This was not the welcome he had anticipated. "Yes, a schnapps sounds like a lovely idea." 2 schnapps, and 2 hours later, Sebastian's company had occupied the sector with little to no dramatics. He sat by Renoir on the stoop and accepted a 3rd drink. The pair watched what seemed a non-stop stream of German cavalry cantering over the cobblestones, heading for the French frontier. Even after sunset, the German army continued their march past. It appeared that the spike-helmeted masses of men in field grey were streaming out of a bottomless reservoir. Distant rifle and howitzer fire continued, intermittent, but it was fading fast as the last Belgian defenders were summarily put down or captured. Sebastian sat beside Renoir, watching the war machine work, gears moving as smoothly and efficiently as the Mercedes engine on the biplane. He took another pull on one of Renoir's cigars and followed it with a sip of cognac. He nodded appreciatively. "You are correct. They pair excellently." Renoir nodded. "Oui, quite so." Renoir puffed on his pipe. "How long will your company be here, Lieutenant?" Sebastian shrugged. Hopefully not for long. We have business to attend to in France. Renoir toyed with the pipe. I think you know what my business is. I think I do. And I should like to continue with my business while you are here. Indeed, in a civilized manner, of course. It goes without saying. Which would mean that I cannot open my doors to your enlisted men. Did you say the same to the Belgian army? I did not. Then why would you say it to my men? Renoir chose his words with care. The Belgian boys, they were innocents when they ventured through, unbloody and unblooded, harmless, or at least as harmless as young men can be. Nothing that a fist and a cane could not knock out of them. But your men, they have tasted a bit of blood. They've spilled it, and they have been lucky enough to survive and win. For now they feel invincible. They have broken one of their God's commandments without a repercussion. What other sins will they venture to partake of now that they know there is no consequence? Sebastian nodded, thoughtful. Renoir continued. I will not have my girls raped and beaten. Keeping them safe is my entire compact with them. If we are to remain, we must be open only to your officers. At least that will allow me to rely on the honor of the men who would frequent my house and manage any deviant more clinically. Can this be arranged? Sebastian finished his cognac. Yes, sir. I believe it can. I will tell the company commander of your hospitality and your wishes and see if we can make an accommodation. Renoir smiled and extended his hand. He was as satisfied as he could be, given the circumstances. Yes, perhaps all would indeed be well.